Welcome back to the Done Deal Show on the Football Terrace, sponsored by our friends at StocksFC. Claim your free account today, plus 3 brand new IPOs going live this week. And there's a big one, Chelsea fans, a big one we're going to be talking about later on the show. So get your account ready, get it all set up now by scanning that QR code on the screen or clicking on the link below. Let's delve into these transfer stories, and we're going to start with Manchester United to begin with. And a story that broke out of France late last night is that PSG and Manchester United have been locked in talks over several players this summer. Ugarte and Xavi Simons to Manchester United, and PSG want Jadon Sancho and Bruno Fernandes. That was the first element of the story that broke. Then what we saw, and this comes from a man like Santi, that PSG are close to reaching an agreement on personal terms with Jadon Sancho. Now, after the repairing of the relationship, seeing Sancho participate in the first real preseason game for Man United, there was a feeling that maybe, just maybe, we would see Sancho feature as a Manchester United player a little more over the course of this season. However, if Man United really are talking to PSG, if those personal terms are close to being agreed, maybe this was all just a very sensible and a very smart professional ploy on both sides to help move the deal along, equally to show potential buyers that if you don't want to spend the money that we think Sancho is worth, we're going to keep him. He's made up with the manager. We know how talented he is. So it does look as though there is still the potential for Jadon Sancho to leave. Now, PSG, excellent club for him. Champions League football. He's going to win titles. I think he'll kill it in Ligue A. With his technical ability, with the physicality that he possesses, the style of football in France, I think he's going to be a hit. Goals and assists for days. As I've already mentioned, titles, etc., etc. So a really good move for him. But what's very, very intriguing is the interest that PSG also have for Bruno Fernandes. Although there are some sources that claim that at no point is it likely that Bruno Fernandes leaves, I'm not convinced. I always believe when it comes to these transfer stories, there's no smoke without fire. And the talk of Bruno Fernandes leaving has sort of been circulating around Manchester United since about April. So would I be absolutely shocked if Man United decided to cash in now? Put their eggs into the Xavi Simons basket. A younger player, a slightly different profile. Nowhere near as creative, in my opinion. And I don't think we're going to find that like-for-like replacement. But Ugarte and Xavi Simons in, Sancho and Bruno Fernandes out. Viewers, I want to get your opinions. I want to understand what you think and what you feel about that potential business for Manchester United. Let us know in the comment section below. Now, I want to move on to Chelsea. Fabrizio Romano here states that Chelsea might consider selling Conor Gallagher to Atletico Madrid in the coming weeks, as he has shown interest in the Englishman. Now, this coincides with a number of other stories that are circulating that states that Conor Gallagher is pushing for the move to Atletico Madrid, that Ati wants him. And what I find really interesting about this is a lot of us don't really rate Conor Gallagher. And I'm going to be blunt. I think he's a good player. I don't think he's an amazing player. I don't think he's a sensational player. I think he's a good player. Spurs wanted him. Spurs were like the hot favourites to get him for the past year. I understand now why Spurs have called their interest if Ati are chasing. Because Spurs are not landing him over Atletico Madrid. Ati are a bigger club, more successful club, in a much better position now. And I actually have a gut feeling that he could do really well in a Diego Simeone setup. I almost feel like Conor Gallagher is sort of tailor-made to be that type of player. So this could be some real good business for Chelsea, raising some of those funds, freeing up some space in that squad. They still need that extra firepower up front, I believe, in West London. But selling players is going to make this easier for them. Chelsea fans, let us know what you think and feel. Now, as you will know, we are sponsored by StocksFC. You can see the website here up on the screen. Very quick and easy to log into. This is my account. But you see there are 3 players that are being launched this week on IPOs. You have got Tuanzebe. You have got Armstrong. And I'm not too sure if anybody's interested in those players, but they are cheap. But look at Thursday, the 25th. Christopher Nkunku, the Chelsea attacker. His IPO launches 97 cents per stock in the player. Now, I'm throwing the gauntlet out here. To Chelsea fans. And I mean this. This is going to show me whether, if you listen, again, use disposable income, don't use rent money, don't use bill money, don't use money for food for your children, but your disposable income. Chelsea fans, those of you using StocksFC, if you're not buying stock at 97 cents per token, per stock, per share in Christopher Nkunku, that tells me you don't back him in reality, how you spout on social media. I am going to. As soon as that goes live on Thursday, I am going to be buying some stock in this man. I think he's a decent player. I think he'll... I don't see him having as bad a season again injury-wise. I believe the return of investment on Christopher Nkunku in terms of the rewards could be very, very high indeed. With the goals and the assists that I think he's capable of, in this new system at Chelsea, I will personally be investing when he comes out on Thursday. If you want to go and sign up to your free account now, it's simple to do. Scan the QR code or click on the link below. I've started off by building my portfolio very slowly, very small amounts of money being invested to begin with as I ramp things up over the course of next season. Moving on from this deal, I want to speak a little bit about Arsenal. Mikel Merino wants to think carefully about which path to take after deciding not to renew his contract with Real Sociedad. At the moment, the team that have been most intent have been Atletico Madrid. Arsenal have made some calls and inquiries, but there are no offers yet. And of course, there isn't going to be an offer. We know how Arsenal operate. Ever since the Vlahovic debacle, Arsenal were not going to make an official bid or offer until the player is 110% agreed to join. Whether you like it or not is almost irrelevant. It's what Arsenal are going to do. It's how they operate. It's how they move forward. Again, the more I research, the more I look at, the more I think about this player. Martin Zubimendi was the sort of star midfield player that everybody was waxing lyrical about. Everybody wanted their club to buy. But when you actually speak to genuine followers of La Liga, when you read the reports, Mikel Merino was the man. He was the man that everybody was really waxing lyrical about. He just didn't have the social media hype, the fan hype behind him. This could be a phenomenal piece of business for Arsenal. The same as it could be for Ati. I wonder what Ati chasing Conor Gallagher does to this deal. I know they're not exactly the same, playing the same position and are exactly the same profile, but I'm interested to know what people think and feel about that. But Arsenal, we know they've got the Calafiori deal done. We know that there's still a lot of T's to be crossed and I's to be dotted due to all the domino effect, the chain effect of the sell-on clauses that multiple clubs have, including a new one that's now going to be added into a deal for Arsenal, where I think 10% has to go to Bologna if they sell him in the future. But I think it's one to watch. I think it's a space to keep your eye out on as well. Another done deal for Arsenal as well. It surrounds the goalkeeper, the young man from Ajax, who's, for some reason, his name absolutely eludes me now. But I had the information up in front of me, and I seem to have shut the window. And as you know, I don't edit these videos. So I'm going to go get the account back up again. I want to say his name's Tommy. But you know, sometimes when you think, is it Tommy, or is my brain gone? I think it is. Yeah, Tommy Setford. Goalkeeper Tommy Setford joins for less than £1 million. So I think Arsenal are kind of gearing themselves up for Aaron Ramsdale to leave. There's another, I think the Wolves goalkeeper they're looking at as well. And the reason why I think that is significant isn't so much the individuals they're buying, but Ramsdale is going to fetch some money. And I think one thing about Arsenal summer as well is that they're really looking to get some players out the door before purchasing, which, listen, we've celebrated the likes of Liverpool and City doing that. I know Arsenal will probably get different treatment. They always seem to. But let's see. As ever, people, thank you for watching, first and foremost. Thank you for hitting the like button. If you haven't done it, get it done now. Shout out to our title sponsor, StocksFC. And I will say this because I'm very open. I know StocksFC isn't for everybody, but I'll defend it from this perspective. Yes, they're on a lot of our done deal shows over the course of this summer, but I'm very proud that they wanted to work alongside us and sponsor our shows and help keep the channel growing. A lot of people are like, why do you have sponsors? Well, we need them. We need them to keep growing, and you're going to see the direction the Terrace is going in over the next 12 to 18 months, and you're going to understand as to why. Remember, the content is free for you. If you don't want to participate in any of the brands that we work with, and that's up to you. But other people do, and they enjoy it, and I think we can stop the whinging and moaning. Until next time, take care, goodbye, God bless, and I'll see you all again soon. Peace!